us.
Oh, is that what it was
could've been.
originally?
They proposed that to us.
Oh,
Yeah, that's
what
good.
we did.
That's right, it was.
Okay.
Mediacom did. Well, nice seeing everybody.
At least you tell them you got a change anyhow. That's like
I got the dog.
Thank
You
you.
can tell Joe that someday there will be a public hearing too
Okay.
on all this.
Armando?
Good evening. This is Armando Villa again, and if I can make a comment about the evacuation that you were just talking about, is something that has bothered me for many years. Is that the door in the first floor from the staircase on this end opens towards the inside, not towards the outside. And I'm concerned that in case of a fire, 4 or 5 people going to the staircase, and you know how it is when you are in an emergency situation and the door opening towards where the people are coming, I think that's dangerous. I'm talking about the door in the first floor in front of the elevator. That door doesn't open outwards, it opens towards the inside. And I had mentioned that to the previous county administrator, but it bugs me because one day maybe something will happen and then people are going to be trapped, because the door, when a few people coming down, and I don't know what's the reason that door opened inside, towards the inside, and not towards the outside. That was just a comment. Now, regarding the reason why I'm here is because the last time I was here asking to help me understand why the subdivision of Lot 19 of the Cedar Lake subdivision was allowed. And the answer that I got, that is in the minutes, it says that the subdivision was permissible because it's permissible according to the Illinois Plat Act to sell land among adjacent owners. That was the answer I got. The problem is that neither Kowalski, who is the one who subdivided the lot, or Zabriskie owned at the time prior to this sale adjacent land. So basically, this plat exception doesn't apply to them because Zabriskie didn't own any land. I think that this country is based on that the law applies for everybody, and not because you are a judge, the law is different. Judge Kowalski advertised the land that he was going to subdivide, and I have a picture of him advertising it prior to following to the requirements of the county code. And it says here, selling lots without recorded plat. Whoever sells or offers to sell or leases for any time period, any lot or block or any subdivision in the county before all the requirements of this title have been complied shall be guilty of a petty offense. That's one thing. Secondly, the lot, as I say, the Plat Act doesn't apply here because Mr. Zabriskie didn't own anything. So I would like to, I'm still having the question, what is happening?
I believe we answered that last time. It was a subdivision, and the Plat Act does not intermingle with the subdivision, if I understood correctly. You were sent a letter, I believe, from the zoning office.
No, the answer was that because it is possible, without going through the process of that required by the code, to sell land to an adjacent owner. If someone owns land next to mine, I don't have to go through the process of subdividing because we own land together. Mr. Zabriskie did not own any land. This was a chunk of land that Judge Kowalski said, I am going to subdivide, put it up for sale, and sell it to someone from Chicago. That person didn't own any land. It is true.
Could I ask a question?
Yes.
Are you saying that this property that you're talking about, the zoning regulations stipulate that if someone's going to sell some property that they own, they have to first offer it to the adjacent property owners?
No, sir.
Okay, I was confused.
No. That was their answer. their answer is that if two owners, if I own this land and you own that land, I don't have to go through the process of the subdivision because we have a common boundary. What Mr. Kowalski did is that I own this land. According to the covenants and restrictions of our subdivision, it says you cannot subdivide land. But he, being an ex-judge, he said, I'm going to subdivide it. For the reasons that I will later explain when I will write the letter, the final letter. And then he says, I am offering this part of land for sale. Someone came and said, you are selling this part only? And he says, yes, only this part. He was advertising, and it says here that you cannot advertise. He was advertising this land for sale. Then, when it was sold, there were actually three owners. The new owner, what he had left, and the owner next to him, which is his wife. And then he went and says, and now I sell my part to my wife. And then, so now he, by doing that, he actually changed the whole feeling of the subdivision because, you know, like where he sold, the part that he sold, now is supposed to have a home. But we were not supposed to see a home there. The home was supposed to be hiding in the bushes, in the woods. And so he, because he's selfish and he didn't want to have a neighbor next to him, he bought the lot. If he buys the lot and keeps the lot for himself, that's fine. That's what our subdivision says. You do not subdivide lots. But he says, I subdivided, I sell part, the bottom part to someone else, where there was not, he was not supposed to have a home there. I keep my home so I don't have anybody next to me, and he's doing all of that like in Joliet County because he can do it, and that is not according to the county code. You cannot do that.
Armando, let's hear from our zoning administrator.
Kind of as I stated last time, the owner of Lot 18 sold part of the Lot 18 to Lot 19. Excuse me.
Oh.
Sold part of Lot 18 to Lot 19. Okay, you can do that. You didn't re-subdivide the property because Lot 18 still is Lot 18, but then what happened was he sold the remainder of that lot to someone else. And that is not a violation of the ordinance. And when they're talking about not being able to sell off a lot in a subdivision until it's legally recorded, that's when a subdivision comes through, gets approved, then the developer can't sell that lot until he actually gets it recorded in the recorder's office. This subdivision is an older subdivision and has been recorded for a long time. So there's really no violation in that because technically it was not re-subdivided. There was not an additional subdivision done. There was just a sale of land between adjoining landowners. As far as private covenants and restrictions, the county does not enforce those. Those are to be enforced by the landowners in that subdivision or in that homeowners association. This has been reviewed several times in my office, and a letter was sent out with the final determination on this that I didn't find a violation.
Thank you, Linda.
I'm sorry that what she said is wrong. The selling of the lot 18 of the part of lot 19 to lot 18 was done after the subdivision was done. According to the recorder's office, that document is filed after. The first thing he did was to sell to someone who was not who was not a landowner there.
Well, it doesn't sound like that matters who it is. It's not a violation.
I'm sorry, Mary. I am a person who understands English to the point that says the title shall apply to all land. All means all land of the county, not excepted herein. And the exception is when you own land close to each other. That's within the territorial limits of this title, no person, firm, or corporation, except as otherwise provided herein, shall change, re-subdivide, or rearrange the boundary or division line of any lot or parcel of land. I mean, this is so clear. Or divide the same by any means into lots for any purpose unless he complies with all the rules and regulations provided herein. So now, my question to you is how is that in agreement with this statement? It says, within the territorial limits of this title, no person. Yes?
I got a question real fast.
Sure.
To help me understand something. You agree that subdivision was established back, I don't know, quite a few years ago, right?
Yes, yes.
Okay. So 18, 19, these lots you're talking about were part of that subdivision, right?
Right.
Correct, okay. So what I'm hearing the zoning administrator say, that subdivision was established with, these are the lots, including yours, I guess, and these other ones.
Right.
Okay, so they're established. Now they can change ownerships.
Yes.
So I guess I'm.
But not we subdivide a subdivision. You see, that's what they did. A subdivision that is already set with lots. It says no one can change, re-subdivide, rearrange the boundary or division line of any lot. So we have lots.
Armando, that's where it's, they haven't changed the subdivision.
That's what I thought.
There's still lot 18 and there's still lot 19. It's just that,
The division line hasn't changed.
no, but the subdivision line has not changed.
No, no,
The
no, no, no.
ownership line has changed.
No, they say you cannot rearrange the boundary or division line of any lot. The boundary
But
of
they're not. They're still the same lots. 18 and 19 are still the very same lots.
no, they are not the same. The zoning, the official. Let's go to the. Can you go to the joedavis.org and put the official county zoning map? It's up there. The joedavis.org has the official zoning map, and I will show you that the lines have changed.
Zoning map is not a subdivision map.
No. I'm talking about. You say that the lines haven't changed. I mean, explain this to me. No,
When-
it's like you guys are saying like, what don't I understand?
The subdivision is just as it was when it was set up. The lots are all the same.
No.
Yes.
But let's go. Could you go to joedavis.org, please?